definitely a lot of options here for CFO as we get into a best of 5. I'm so excited, super deep in this Fearless. I hope that we get a full 5 games. Is going to be the one to look for it. As waiting in the shadows. Both junglers here, though.
Yep, everybody's ready to party. Kaiwing flashing forward so he can get the headbutt back on Targamas, who already flashed earlier. Remember that. First blood, 3 out of 3 games to Doggo. It's there across multiple targets. So even though the 4th man arrived first for the side of KC, it was CFO with that killer instinct. Void Grub stolen away, though, by an accelerated shock blast. Nice job to Khan on that one.
That is huge.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to finish this out without having a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, Kallista's going to rotate up to it. That'll provide plenty of damage to get this finished before anybody on the other side can really make a meaningful punish. So nice sequence there for KC with the plate, Drake, and single grub for just the 2 grubs.
Push on bottom and still gets to think about, hey, do we have a actual good setup here? Should I just split push and go for a turret plate myself, or do you want me to teleport up and actually fight it? Currently, the grubs are getting melted, but positioning for KC does look like they're going to use their teleport advantage. Oh, 2 health!
That he thought it had one more tick with the pet to bring it below the 900 threshold, but it ends up being 2 grubs over to the side of KC there. Grubs are going to settle on a 3-3 split.
And more aggressive. Wait, Rest does have his teleport, but yeah, I don't think they should use it. I think you should just cede this to KC. KC have much better positioning.
Seems that way. Vladdy in some danger, though. Hongq going in, tries to step in front of the Fate Seal to make it so Vladdy can't get back away to the safety of the turret in time, but Vladdy can clear that gap. Junja throws out the wind, becomes lightning, but now he's in danger. Yike with a nice engage. Kana providing the follow-up damage, and Junja's in serious danger. Flashes over the wall to stay alive.
CFO didn't give up anything big in that KC attempt to find them in jungle. They're happy to start off this Herald, and they're actually going to burn through it fairly quickly, but KC move over to contest. Kana's recalling now, so Kana will not show up. All you can do is try and poke steal, and CFO, they're able to get another victory here in the form of the Rift Herald. Immediately used mid so they can hard push Flowers. They're gonna just destroy this, and Kalist might have to worry about a dive afterwards too.
It's a long-range drive straight into the mid lane. They're gonna race Kana for the bottom lane turret, but nope, there it is. First turret already claimed in mid. The response from KC in the bottom. A little bit of damage there from the Electro Harpoons. Vladdy's gonna be the one putting most of the work into the Drake. He knows he can do it pretty easily. Kaiwing and Targamas off to the side. Junja taking a lot of damage there as the Chains of Corruption don't really find a target. Targamas going to be in some trouble now as the Dragon is down to 3,000 HP. Vladdy thinking about maybe trying to make an entry into the fight somewhere. Goes over the wall there with the Fate Seal. Meanwhile, the fight up to the top half. The Infernal Drake is already secured by the side of KC. Doggo and the rest of CFO desperately trying to get something back because this has already gone KC's way so far. Rest over the wall thinking about trying to get somebody, but there's no way for him to find any of the health bars. KC's still on the run. They got Soul Point, they got the neutral objective feed, and they got everybody out.
They got everybody out. The towers can't run away, so CFO are at least going to make them pay with an outer tower's worth of gold. But that's number 3. Because I still have my eyes on Doggo. Like, this Sivir is quite rich. The Sivir is on pace. I want to see if CFO are going to be able to bring the full might of Shurima.
We're going to go for everything up here on the top side instead. Tier 2 turret has been destroyed. Otacon still going down ever so slowly, but it doesn't matter how slowly. Nobody from CFO is even in this neighborhood. They will have about a 2,500 gold lead over their opponents, but KC now will see if they can manage to secure anything meaningful out of this voracious Otacon buff.
They want more time on it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, they're gonna maximize their time. False lives expire now on KC. The timer of the Otacon just desynced with this upcoming Dragon battle, as now both sides are squaring off. Vladdy's already started up the Drake. Yone can clear this so fast just on his own with the Blade of the Ruined King. CFO has limited time to step up. Junja jumps over the wall. The Dragon's still at about 4,000 HP. CFO make their way into the pit. Vladdy's gonna be the target. Hongq goes to the shuffle, finds Vladdy, but a ton of damage onto Rest, and he's already down. KC taking the fight for now. Ton of damage back into Hongq. He's very low. The Drake slain by Yike and KC as Targamas tries to get away, and Yike goes after Doggo as a flashback over the wall. KC getting it done. Kana misses the accelerated shock blast, but he'll chase down Doggo. It's Infernal Soul Soul, +3 kills for KC. Hongq jumps right back towards Targamas, and he can't get the kill in time. Kaiwing won't clean it up. It'll be a clean ace, plus a Dragon Soul for KC.
For this KC comp, and they're gonna do just that right now. Go into the river first, take out the vision so you can look for some picks and make the oysters walk to you.
Junja in some danger now as Targamas goes in, leading the charge for the rest of KC. They pop the enemy jungler, and with Junja down, now there's a ton of danger. Nice shuffle comes out from Hongq, but it's not nice enough. He tries to jump back over the wall. Kaiwing and Rest keep fighting. Doggo's on the very edge of the fight. He can't do any damage. And KC taking the momentum they earned in the bottom half of the map.
They ping towards mid tower, but that's too close. Kalist doesn't want to let him have anything.
Doggo does not want anything to do with these guys. Not anymore, not now. Just has to walk away from it as KC, now wearing purple, now up 3,000 gold.
W on, Leona too tanky, and Kalist here going to be able to have free farm in mid lane. They push mid, they rotate over to the top side.
All of KC is just buying time for Kana, meanwhile in the mid lane, to take down the tier 2 turret. They're doing a great job with this split push pressure, as we'll see if they can continue just hard forcing now onto the tier 2 in top. CFO, they know that they can't afford to try to stand here and defend this outer turret, and they just have to back away as it falls. Okay, we'll see how CFO wants to approach it. Kaiwing in some serious danger. He's just gonna die before anything else can happen, and now the same song's gonna get sung for Hongq with 2 dead. That's it. Fight's over before it starts, and KC's gonna pick up an Elder Drake.
Unless there's a miracle steal here from CFO or Junja or something, this has gotta be KC wrapping it up. Junja, Rest, and Doggo here. Do they have a miracle in them?
I don't know about water turning into wine on this one, Kobe. The only red in this water is about to be blood, and it'll be oyster blood if they go anywhere near this thing. Kalist and Yike have all the damage they need to secure the objective. The remaining 3 players of KC can zone everybody else away, and CFO's chances have all but evaporated now.
You're on a timer again, and they are going to use it.
Here we go, tier 3 turret in bottom. That's the first way into the enemy base. It's already cracked. First inhibitor's gonna fall immediately right after. Kana and Kaiwing doing something in the jungle at the same time, but the real story is here in the base. As the inhibitor falls, Kalist, again, just throwing out these chains of corruption. He knows. Yeah, at this point, CFO is just praying for a KC mistake.
They've still got 35 seconds on the Elder, so no chance there. They're gonna clean it up, and CFO want to mount their defense at their towers, Flower.
Yep, that's the only way to really do it. You do, oh no, it might not even be that opportunity now as Hongq's got to try to get away.
They rotate over though. The waves are desynced, so CFO kind of look over. Still not gonna be able to deal with Kana though. The onslaught too powerful. 4,000 individual gold lead for him, by the way.
He is just completely head and shoulders above Rest in this game. This Jace has really brought the firepower on this one. 6 KP out of the 9 that the team has total. And now with that mid lane inhibitor destroyed, with Junja down, barely hanging on. He gets caught by Yike, who jumps in with the second half of the flail, can't quite get the kill. Rest tries to defend, but it ain't gonna matter. Kalist already has the unstoppable streak here as they knock down the CFO top laner. 5v4 for KC as they're on the victory march. That first Nexus turret is about to fall. The second is all the same. Vladdy jumps in. Hongq survives the stasis with only a second, but Doggo will die in his place. Hongq falls next, and KC will be the first team that's not HLE to put a loss on CFO's record. They'll go up 1-0.
Extra spice here, and it's going to be very, very dive and like global for KC. So KC, as long as they have a decent early game and they can get these outer towers down, this team can make so many picks. We talk about, can the Kindred will go for offensive plays with...
Oh, Yike's gonna get the first blood right here, surely. Just needs one more hit to do it. Beautifully done. KC on the board.
They have to be careful. They're going to get collapsed on right here. This is not a good spot for CFO.
This is really dicey. Kaiwing has no flash. Remember, CFO, they want to try to fight this as Galio makes a heroic entrance, but it doesn't even hit anybody on KC's side. Now CFO is trapped inside the pit. The Dragon's got about 2,000 health remaining. It's aggroed over the KC players for now. Junja dropping down. The Wolf right there has to flash back away from some of the incoming damage. Hongq goes into the middle of everybody, but Targamas isn't dead just yet, and Hongq's gonna be first to die. The Dragon is low. It is gonna be claimed by the side of CFO, but they just lost so many men. There's no way it's worth it. 4-0 game for KC.
The fight out of the belly. Looks like Doggo's gonna fire off the ulti down bottom, try and help with, I mean, the wave's not even there anymore, so that Ezreal just kind of whiffs. Regardless though, up on this top side, they're still fighting over the last one.
Okay.
Yike has smite available, but it's an unupgraded smite.
Okay, so there it is. Actually, all 3 grubs go the way of CFO. That was an absolute tragedy for CFO, even though they got it. We'll see what the second looks like as Driver has found himself caught out of position. It's exactly what we said in the draft, Kobe. There's so much power.
Yeah. So scared. Outer Tower is still up, and Dragon is up, so with objective on this side of the map, KC decide to make one of their full send plays. Multiple ults invested in order to get the kill. Plus, you're going to basically trade turret plate money because they got turret plate money on the bottom side. Teleport here. It takes a long time in the early game to actually travel down there. Want another piece of that Gragas flowers.
And he's just hanging around farming more plates. He has to know he's just dead here. Surely wants to flash for it, but no, it is not going to matter. Just feels like a wasted summoner spell. They slow him down, they beat him down, a little bit more damage is all they need, and the spear finds the big man. Yike gets number 2.
With the killer instinct and get so many more. First of all, secure the grubs for themselves, and then rotate someone down to the bottom side. Looks like CFO are gonna get there fairly early.
Yeah.
If Yike's ultimate was fully available, I feel like it would be another huge play.
Well,
okay,
there it is. Now it's ready to go. Kaiwing's in some danger for the grand entrance over the top. There's the Lamb's Respite to try to keep everybody alive. The turret's still not dead yet. Yike is taken low, but Junja's on the run and he's first to die. It's 2 dead bodies in CFO jerseys. It's KC wanting even more. Kaiwing runs all the way away. The spear misses, so now they turn their attention over onto Doggo. He's still got plenty of health. He shifts back towards his own tier 2 turret. And KC, again, this is an 8-0 game. CFO just have no response.
I mean, when they, well, Vladi's gonna take a visit here.
Immediately blast Driver for about half his HP. Wants to keep chasing, flashes forward past the explosive cast. Driver just trying to use the fancy feet, but I don't see any way out, man. This is gonna be a 9-0 game.
Would definitely wager that we don't. Yeah, I think that would be a safe bet. KC running the map right now, and it also gets worse from this point for CFO.
Yeah,
which is,
it sure doesn't get better.
It definitely does not get better. All right, let's see about it though here. Level 11 for Kalist on this Kai'Sa, who is the early gold winner and is still the one with the largest gold difference here.
Oh, Targamas the flash over the wall, immediately follows it up with a crash down Magnet Storm. More help, another Weaver's Wall. Kaiwing low, but he stays alive. Reinforced by Hongq. CFO's bottom lane duo barely holds on with 100 HP each, but now the Herald's been summoned up. Now the tier 1 turret's gonna be forced down. Now the gold lead is 6,000, 17 minutes into the game.
Well, that's gonna be another dragon for KC. Honestly, playing with their food at the moment. Driver here has been the food.
Yep, and it looks like he's about to be another heaping helping. The Ignite's still ticking. He does manage to eat 1 honey fruit to live through it. But that's about the best CFO can ask for right now.
Yep, an escape with his life. Yike throwing up the Amumu tears. I mean, the tournament started with tears for Yike, but now it is ending with, I mean, a rocket to the moon. He has just
tears of sadness, tears of joy.
Yep, tears of joy, there you go.
Back and crushing CFO. I think that experience is doing him pretty good, Coach.
Yeah, and plus your reward for winning this is more experience. You get finals position.
CFO, they wanted to make the move, but KC was ready for the reaction, and now Hongq's the target. Everybody in KC has arrived at the party, and they don't want just one. Junja's in some danger now as the Unraveled Earth makes it hard to get away. Junja wants to escape over the wall, but Yike with another spike from downtown.
It's a hit. Yike don't miss those. Okay, Targa
Karmine just setting up another one. That doggo ain't going to heaven, and Kalist is dominating.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
It's true, though. That doggo's going to the fountain flowers.
Yup, that's a black and white screen for the next 20 seconds. That is another turret for KC. And there is nobody on CFO that can get anywhere even close to this thing. Kalist and Yike can just two-man it so easily.
Yeah, and critically, this Otacon will give you permanent power in the flowers, extra experience, and a lot of adaptive force here for them. A Kalist ultimate are going to come flying through, and you don't have a lot of time to work with, but oh no,
oh boy, here he goes again. Don't think he's going to be driving too much further. Does manage to flash away from the Shattering Strike. Targamas with the remount, flashing forward. Wants just a little bit more here. Oh, the Magnet Storm, not quite what he wanted. Doesn't matter. Yike comes crashing down and guarantees it. Vladdy will take the kill on that one. 13-0 now in this second game. Oh, make it 14. Nice shove from Vladdy. Kalist, godlike 7-0-4 on the Kai'Sa.
All right, will we continue to count here? Looks like everybody else will back off. Just going to be, I would assume, the tower into Dragon here for KC because they have the luxury of anywhere on the map they want to go. Oh, about the next games for CFO. In a best of 5 here, you don't want to let the first two really crush your mental. You have to try and regroup for the rest of the series here. Yes, it's going to be must win from here on out for CFO, but oh man, Driver.
Again, man. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Body slams away for that first shove, but no, I don't think he's getting away, man. They brought everybody yet again. The cast just ends up knocking Kana and Yike forward. Junja does get enough distance to escape the Pantheon in time, so he's not going to be a follow-up kill himself. They have one big explosive fight, they win it, and they just snowball that into a victory. Here in this second game, just from pre-minion spawning all the way back to chunking Hong Q right before the minions are about to collide in the mid lane, just about the only objective that CFO has managed to claim for themselves. The gold difference powered by AWS, just a massive ocean of red. As Kana finds himself caught out a little bit here on the bottom side of the river, does get knocked back by the explosive cast. Kana will drop, and finally CFO's on the board. Yike wants to get one back there on Junja as Vladdy shows up from behind. Kalist goes legendary as Junja dies, and now another kill comes through for the side of KC. Make it a triple for Kalist. Is it a quadra for Kalist? No, Vladdy shuts down the potential of a pentakill there, but that does not matter. KC got what they needed, and they can march their way over to Baron.
All right, Doggo. Here you go. It's Doggo in a dream. He's got a mystic shot.
That dream might turn into a nightmare, my friend. Vladdy jumps right off the Weaver's wall, and he wants more damage onto that Doggo, but there's the Shattering Strike. The ace for KC.
With this Baron buff, you have to believe it'll be a quick reset into pushing very deep, and
well, Junja knocked right back into the rock field, knocked right back into the spawn platform.
Okay, CFO, they did manage to get a kill in this game, though, Flowers.
In such an insane way throughout this past week of competition, showing up and looking completely lost, completely disjointed, and then just leveling up day after day after day to the point where we're at right now, where they're about to be one game away. I can't even finish this sentence praising them before they get another kill because they're so far ahead. They're up 15,000 gold, and they're about to be one game away from making the finals.
Incredible stuff here with the young players. Actually, 0 deaths on either Vladdy or Kalist. 18 and 19 years old on the international stage, looking to end it. Vladdy was the one that got the seismic shove on the last Driver kill, the most recent one of many, and that's going to be KC.
That's all it takes. Targamas jumping into the back line to the Magnet Storm for the initiation. It's time to pad those stats. There's nothing else to it. CFO falls back onto the steps of the fountain as KC pushes forward to the enemy nexus. A double kill for Yike to round it out, and that'll be KC moving to match point.
Some defensive moves here for the side of CFO with the Lantern. Also, you know, you can do like trailing side lane plays there very effectively with the Thresh Ashe combination. Lots of CC in the lane. They want to start out with deep wards. Then you can kind of use the Hawk Shot as a crutch for later. Here it's going to be face check.
Yeah, Targamas just walks right into it. Wants to fire off the bone skewer that he started with. He's going to die. That's first blood over to Doggo at 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game. Tempo that when CFO was winning all their games, they were doing it with this quick pace. They were doing it with all this aggressive play. Targamas going in after HonkQ, who jumps back over the wall, flashes away from the follow-up stun potential of the Pyke. Oh, nice Vault Breaker flash from Yike. And again, the KC jungler is getting it done.
But rotation up to the Grubs is going to happen regardless, as both supports make their support roam timers up to this Grub fight.
It will be Vladdy who's on the way faster from mid, as Junja and Yike still ready to fight over these. Junja doing a good job there, lands the spear to secure that next Grub.
Yep, Yike got his one with the smite, so don't have to stick around any longer down there.
There we go, 2-1, nicely done. Remember, this is the champion that he was playing in that single game win against HLE where he had the 18 kills or whatever, as Doggo is now in a little bit of danger, but the Lantern pulls him back to safety. Oh, beautiful bone skewer from Targum as he threaded the needle like a magician, but Doggo's still gonna get one back. Kallista's in danger. He had to flash to guarantee the kill, and now Kaiwing steps past him to try to get another one back. And there it is, Feat of Warfare claimed with the 2-for-1 in the 2v2 in the bottom lane from CFO. So things are going their way here in the first 8.5 minutes, up about 700 gold. So we're off to a decent start for those who want to see more than 3 games in this series.
Very well in this matchup up on top side into the Renekton. And only thing he has to be worried about is the Nidalee.
Yep.
Nidalee is here now.
It might be exactly what's about to happen. The spear lands on top of the stun. Kana with the flash away. Junja for the flash follow. And he takes him down with the execution there at the very end. 4th kill of the game for CFO. Everybody on CFO that's not Renekton is hanging out up here in this top side river. Set of Void Grubs. First one's gonna go ahead and drop. Death sentence over the wall, doesn't find anybody. Doggo continuing to poke with the volleys. As Yike Vault breaks forward, immediately going after Doggo. Tons of burst down onto the CFO marksman, but it's not enough to kill him. Kaiwing's the next target as he's executed by Targamas. A beautiful fear coming out from Vladdy, and HonkQ's gonna make his escape. He flashes at the bone skewer, but he's got to keep running. A deadly flourish from a deadly range. HonkQ still just trying to get out of this one as Targamas jumps on top of him, and Vladdy picks up the money. KC, 2-for-0 on the kill. Junja can kind of just fight this thing forever because he's got the heals that he can spam. Targamas, Yike, and Vladdy gonna go ahead and secure the Scuttlecraft first. Doggo finally makes his way up to the fight. Both top laners ready to teleport in. It should be Kana that arrives slightly earlier, but Rest has also arrived. Now Junja's your target, immediately juggled around, but he turns right back on Yike, and he is down. The Hextech Drake stolen away by CFO. But what about the rest of the fight? Vladdy and Targamas stuck inside the pit. A beautiful bone skewer onto the Pyke, as now he's in danger too. Rest goes deep, trying to find the kill on the Kana. Oh, Targamas! Wombo combo just kills 2! Everybody's about to die on CFO. And just when it looked like the light was shining in the darkness, KC snuffs it out. Lead now for KC. CFO grabbing those dragons just doesn't feel meaningful enough as HonkQ having to use the flash into the rocket jump just to try to get away as Yike waiting around the Otacon pit. Kaiwing, Rest, and Junja just trying to secure this Herald, get this bursted down before KC can try to collapse and punish yet again. Doggo finds Kallist, plenty of damage onto him there. The arrow, though, immediately nullified by the cleanse, but it doesn't matter. Doggo has enough damage. Vladdy flashing away to escape any more follow-up. First turret claimed down in the bottom lane. Nicely done there by Kana, utilizing the chaos on the other side of the map.
Finish it as he goes for the blast cone there.
Oh, HonkQ gets caught out by Targamas, the stun of the execution. This Pyke is ferocious.
That Pyke is European, Flowers.
You love to see it
as
Rest. We're back to live, and he's about to be laid to rest. He barely stays alive thanks to Karmine providing the shield. And now Junja jumps into the middle of everybody, and Yike is about to burn down to the Leandries. A little bit more damage is needed. One auto attack to the face gets it done. Vladdy's next to fall, and the shutdown goes over to Junja. That's 2 kills for the side of CFO. Doesn't look like the team is going to get anything else across the map in the meantime, but he is being very annoying.
Pyke is very good at that.
Yeah, it's one of the most annoying champions in the game to deal with when played well. Junja trying to go for the spear there, doesn't hit it. Targamas though! All right, he finally overplays his hand a little bit.
Beautiful locket of the Iron Solari actually kept him alive, but we're back at it. Rest has no one to save him this time, Flowers.
Yeah, if you first don't succeed, try again. This time they get the Gator good, and it's Yike grabbing his 2nd kill of the game.
You have to use an Ash Arrow, you have to go for some stuff and try and snowball. Oh.
Skywing does get hit by the Bone Skewer. Still should be decently safe for now. Never mind, I'm eating those words, and Skywing is eating a public execution. KC pick up another kill, and they're about to stop the dragon stacking of CFO. This is not gonna go the way that it did in game 1 where KC just piled them up. CFO having that tempo slowed down now as Targamas, beautiful hook onto Junja, but he has the stasis to punish Yike instead. Massive turnaround, perfect timing, nicely done. Now Targamas has to try to get away too. I say it time and time again, Kobe. Stasis is the strongest active in League of Legends, and it is not close. Okay, Otacon down to 4,000. Yike is still dead for 3 minutes. The Otacon should drop here. They're focus firing it pretty effectively, and there it goes. Ruinous Otacon is clean, but they need to pick all the flowers too. Whenever it's this Otacon, the flowers are a huge part of the reward. Okay, CFO gets the Otacon. They get all the bonus flowers. They get everybody away. That double is quite a statement as the arrow shot out onto Vladdy. Immediately, HongQ wants to help out, guarantee the kill, they get it done. Now he's ready to go to Reset City. Population, Yike! Double kill over to HongQ, and CFO making plays.
Just as we say, HongQ's gonna have to be the one to do the heavy lifting here. They feed him gold. That's gonna be a hard push for them on top side too.
This is a little bit monstrous at this point in the game, but CFO will happily take their 2 kills they got up here on the top side. They will happily translate that into a tier 2 turret take after by the death sentence. Less than 60 seconds until the next Drake spawn. Critically for KC, because they managed to get the last one, this is not Soul Point.
Nidalee heals are also, a fairly substantial bonus of having your Nidalee this far ahead. There we go, Ash Arrow.
Nice arrow, Yike wanting to steal away the chickens. It's the jungler's cardinal sin. Got it down to half, but the curtain call is opened up, and Rest has taken a little bit of a chunk of damage. Kaiwin wanted to go for some kind of a flash engage, but he's not going to get anything he wants. The Baron's been secured, and Rest is scrapping with Kana off to the side. Junja wants to go in to kill Kalist, but he doesn't have the damage to do it himself. HongQ's on a killing spree, and Kana is down. HongQ after Vladdy now, as Kalist tries to escape. Junja's killed him with the burn, and that's a rampage for the CFO jungler.
CFO aren't done yet, baby. That's a Baron. That's going to be the dragon for them as well. They want to push this series further.
And they are looking like they're in a damn good spot to do it.
But massive stuff.
This feels so much more like the CFO we've been watching for the past few days. Looks so damn good. Baroned up, pushing down mid. They'll knock out the tier 2 turret. KC hanging around with some vision inside these really close to the base wall brushes.
Yike actually the one to go for a pick on Rest.
Yeah, they want to see if they can maybe get the isolated guy here. Arrow flies out from Doggo. Rest with the slice and the dice. Final shot from the curtain call ain't gonna hit nothing. Junja jumps in again. This is the power of having a stasis. You just throw yourself in there, full yeet, and there's your delete. HongQ on a rampage. Yike dead again, and CFO crack the enemy base. They'll take out that tier 3 turret and the inhibitor right behind it. There's no breaks. The war machine keeps going. They've got the wave crashing into the Nexus turrets, and they're starting to put the damage into the first. Junja's gonna take the turret aggro here at the very start. He's stunned up, destroyed before he can ever even use the stasis. Nice shutdown over to Vladdy, but it's not stopping the push as a whole, because CFO, they'll knock down another tier 3, they'll knock down another inhib, and now they'll fall back.
Yep. And so that they can make use of Doggo's insane Ash Arrows, but
Yike jumping in there, They're going for a crazy engage. He thought maybe he and Kana could get the pick on a Hongq, catch him unawares, but it ain't gonna work. Kana's dead now too. All right, Kobe, maybe they don't need the Dragon Soul. Maybe they don't need the Dragon Soul. With that being the state of things, KC thinking, okay, if we give away this soul, there's just no way. Hongq right in the face of Kalist, the two youngest players in the tournament, and Hongq comes out on top. The heal enough to keep him alive despite the severing bolt. Vladdy going for another one, but it won't matter. There's only one left alive on KC, and Rest is on the hunt. The volley flies out, the stasis to buy a little bit of time. One more play to bring him back. The fleeing doggo will not matter because Hongq can get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to game 4.
I mean, I kind of like the KC side, honestly.
Okay.
Especially because the Gnar into Ornn, I feel like Kana's going to be able to get a big individual lead. And then you are looking at some pretty good Gnar targets for later on.
And just starting up the Drake nice and early. Yike nearby, but hard to close in and try to deal with this guy. Ornhorn summoned up. Driver smacking Kana around a little bit with it, but Kana with a flash behind him to get the better positioning. Now Driver's got to continue running away as the Infernal Drake is already going to be secured by CFO. Kaiwing and Hongq both ready to try to jump in here. It's first blood over to Hongq on the Akali.
I am typing FF. I am working on my Mavis Bacon typing simulator /FF/FF. Fed Akali is a hard champion to deal with, and it looks like CFO, not only are they going to get the first Drake, they're going to get the first 3 grubs. There's no accelerated Jace Shock Blast nearby to steal one away. They are feeling great about that. Outside River, and it doesn't look like anybody on the side of CFO is interested in this. Instead, they're just going to handshake this second spawn of objectives. The Dragons will end up going 1-1, but it'll be a 6-0 grub split for the side of CFO.
Wonder what this is actually for. A water spillage.
It's a spill situation.
Okay.
That's what happened. Okay, the old classic. Some things change, some things don't.
Cameras, despite the pressure that is here.
Oh, wait.
Wait a second. That Ornn is dead. That's a body there, Flowers. Okay. Investigate.
We definitely missed. Somebody got spilled down there in the bottom lane.
Who done it?
Okay.
After that gank, huh?
Yeah.
You call jungler. Oh, okay. Well, I called mid laner.
Yeah, here comes Hongq. Sure, he can flip backwards to just get himself closer. Perfect execution, and oh, nice. He tried to juke him, thinking maybe he would go the wrong way, but not quite gonna get the luck on that one. As Doggo ready to try to engage here.
Which is a bit scary, but the Caitlyn Karma claims a tower in the time because they saw Junja on that ward right there. They know that there's no jungler up top side. So here's a look, the investigation. It was indeed Kana in the bottom lane. The Gnar has the ability to win side lane as well as join the rest of the team.
Oh yeah. KC gonna take the opportunity, just try to force down the tier 1 turret here as you do have a teleport coming in from Driver. Joining up with the rest of the squad to try to make a play. Hongq diving in with the Ornhorn in over the top. Junja gonna get the fear. Feet of Warfare claimed as Yike spins in trying to get something back, but he will not do it. Meanwhile, bottom lane, tier 1 turret destroyed by Kana. That is now 2 turrets claimed by the top laner at KC.
We are not going to answer with Kana's teleport, but they couldn't avoid the engage.
Yike's in some trouble. He gets caught out. He's going to get bursted down. The fear is there, and he's out. Beautifully picked there by CFO. The Herald now summoned up too, just as a distraction over in mid lane. And with the claim on this Drake, there's going to be, oh wait, there's already the feats claimed. I forgot about the first Drake going the way of CFO. This game has been crazy for the first 17 minutes. And KC going to use the power of this early pressure to at least claim the last of those tier 1 turrets from CFO, but it's another neutral objective going the way of the Oysters.
Yeah, it's just a consolation prize for KC there. The scraps, the turret, getting some money. CFO, the big winners coming out of it, and they're still going to be able to rotate over to bottom. Since Kana's here, it does get difficult to fully commit to it, but Hongq cancels his recall. They're gonna.
Yeah, they want to make this happen. This turret has barely any HP left, but Doggo's about to die. Stays alive a little bit longer. They go in hard on Kana. The Between Worlds is not enough damage because of the bailout here just yet. Vladdy gets himself away, and now Junja's in trouble. Vladdy continuing the chase. Targamas and Yike right next to him. CFO Gonna go ahead and call it a day on that one. It will be a 1-for-1 trade on champions. If he does not get just bursted down very quickly. As Driver ready to summon up the Ornhorn yet again. Beautifully done there from Yike, though, to interrupt the second half of the cast. Now Driver's about to die. He barely holds on.
You should be able to get solo tower gold for that, and has his teleport and flash ready for the possible counter move that KC could make on the opposite side of the map.
Whenever they get the opportunity to do so. Driver's here to play spoiler to any potential entry from KC, trying to stop this Drake, and that'll be sole point for CFO, uncontested.
Yeah, I feel like KC have very little chance if they're not there first, so very dangerous for them, and they try and get wards for a possible Otacon contest instead, but now they go for Honkyu.
Honkyu in some danger, slammed back into the wall between worlds, all the burst down onto him. They want to get the reset. It's not going to happen, but in the back, huge from Junja to pick up 2. Yes, KC might have assassinated the Akali, but the response is an absolute slugger coming out from CFO. Doggo in the front line, going crazy forward after Kalist, but Kalist turns it around, and now Kana's got Hysteric's Gauge, keeping him alive. A little bit more damage, a flash from Junja. Kalist is still alive, and now it's Driver having to run interference on that. Doggo just went completely crazy.
Yeah, he was trying to smurf on Kalist, but Kalist gets the last laugh here. The Caitlyn at the end. Free firing. Targama searching around for any recalls, isn't going to find one.
By CFO. CFO wants to force it with the power of the Kalista, the double smite to the combo power with the Rend, but the Nocturne blind over the wall goes, yeah, can he do it? No! They will not steal it away. CFO.
We've got a Kalista Rend combo.
This is absolute madness from CFO. Targamas trying to keep everybody's owned away as Driver fires off an Ornhorn. Targamas getting away from it there with a flash, but now Honkyu has made his way forward as well. Yike, the target, the Wukong trying to escape with a perfect execution, seals his fate. The stasis from Honkyu. Nice toss into the immediate hostile takeover. CFO just ripped their heads off. Kana and Vladdy, the last 2 alive, as CFO have a 5-man push versus 2 for the next 20 seconds.
The Oysters looking like a different beast in this game. They are hungry for that game 5.
These Oysters have shark teeth, brother. That is absolute killer instinct right there. The wombo combo. This is why Kalista and Renata can pair so well together. You throw Renata in like a bowling ball, and the bowling ball makes everybody kill each other. It's absolutely insane when you catch them in a choke like that, and the reward is Otacon.
Huge stuff. CFO with the Baron, with the Otacon.
And this is the second game in a row now where instead of being this massive catalyst, this huge playmaker for KC, he's been set behind and just completely useless.
All right, well, I think there's 0 chance that they do anything about the Dragon.
Yeah.
What about our chances of actually making use of this Otacon buff here for CFO, though? Because the timer is going to, wind down fairly quickly here. Dragon Soul just looks like that is forfeit for sure. No way that KC are going to fight into this buff, and so it looks like that's just going to be the value there. They guarantee it. Ocean Soul acquired. Oh, they're constant sustain with the Ocean Dragon.
All right, here comes the march down top lane. Doggo takes a big chunk of damage, but he'll be happy to heal it right back up. And here goes Driver yet again. Forces out the Ornn engage, but a nice sidestep coming out from Vladdy means he stays safe. Hostile takeover over the top, hits multiple targets, but nobody's dead just yet. Into the back goes Honkyu, and into the ground goes KC. A double kill over to Honkyu as Yike, Kana, and Vladdy try to keep themselves alive, but the Nexus turrets are the target. CFO has their eyes on the prize, and KC is scrambling to keep them from it. Driver teleporting back into the enemy base, ready to rejoin for the final mission of this 4th game. The minion wave has arrived. Kaiwing with a beautiful handshake to force the flash away from Kana, and Doggo is on a killing mission yet again. Honkyu in a rampage. Second Nexus turret headed for the ground, and CFO is headed for game 5. We're going to Silver Scrapes. This is the ancient forbidden magic. This is what you see on page 1 of the Necronomicon. This is Zeri Yumi,
and they saw him wiggling around.
Oh, but down here, CFO, Yike is ready and waiting for him. Over the wall, there goes the Zeri, but a nice Bramble smash right on back. Doggo's in danger. It's first blood over to Kalist. Kaiwing cannot save his marksman. KC are on the board first.
He's definitely set up to do so.
Ooh, Vladdy going in right on top of Hongq, who immediately pops the point-blank shockwave. Targamas rotating over to make sure that his mid laner does not drop there. Some aggressive play in the mid lane results in Vladdy having to use his flash. The neutral objectives, one for one team, one for the other. Dragon early for KC. Remember, this was massive in them getting their first win back in that super slow game one, crashing into this turret on the reset of his bot lane. And Kalist and Targamas, it looks like they're gonna bring Yike down here, see if they can clear this out. Driver in some danger, pops one barrel immediately. Kalist with the apotheosis. And there it is again, it's KC 2-0.
Needed them on, so
yeah.
This is gonna be the one. The true meaning, it's going to be a dive on top side.
Yeah, they see the teleport coming in from the Jax, and Junja and Hongq are both ready immediately to go after Kana here. Pops the counter-strike nice and early. Now they want to try to go after him. Junja immediately slams him into the wall with the Yishal impact. They need more damage to get it done. The Impale is there. Junja drags him out of the turret range in time, while Doggo and Kaiwing are defending on the other side of the map. Here, this is the point of power I was talking about for KC. If they are in the fight, CFO has got to respect the lead that they have. Driver versus Kana up here in the top side. Driver just immediately eating the orange after we get stunned by the counter-strike. Responds with the barrel for that fast, snappy trading pattern. And it looks like CFO will take control over the bottom side river. KC does not want anything to do with the fight, so no more dragon stacking for them in this one.
He's going to take his Raptors as payment.
Right. This is just the handshake again, but it's the hands going to the other arms from the first time. Right. Nothing completely stacked either way. And I feel like this does help the side of CFO because of the fact that they're drafting more of this scaling type stuff like you're talking about. They're drafting like the Zeri Yuumi going for late, comparing it back to the first couple of games. All dead even between the two teams. It's bot and support for KC. It's the other three roles for the side of CFO. And KC wants to put the pain here onto the tier 1 turret. Nice shockwave on a Kalist from Hongq, but nobody else is here in time. Junja trying to go in with the Ishtal impact, but he can't close the gap in time. Goes forward, beautiful use of the Skarner ulti, as Doggo doesn't have the damage to kill off Kalist, but surely the tree will get chopped.
He's out.
Junja trying to keep following, as now Vladdy has the opportunity to put damage into the tier 1 turret over in the mid lane, but a TP is gonna bring Hongq back instead. Now he's point blank range with the Corki, needs a little bit more damage, tries to get away, flashes out of the extra big one, and now Vladdy's behind enemy lines. Hongq's still alive. The tier 1 turret is gonna die, but at the same time, Driver killed one on the top side first, so it's first turret over to CFO, second turret over to KC, a kill traded back and forth in the mid lane with both mid laners.
Mid tower gone for CFO. That bastion of defense that you need for the middle of the map no longer available to them as we look towards the Rift Herald. All 5 members of CFO are coming, by the way.
Yike and Junja are both standing by the Herald. Targamas and Kalist are here. The shockwave doesn't find anything, and Hongq could be in some trouble. Targamas down to 40% HP now, as well as Junja's here on the front line. The gangplank OD up the top, a lot of damage down to Hongq with Kalist, and Kana trying to go in, but Kalist is already down! That's the most fed player! Junja dragging Vladdy into the range of everybody else as well, and Doggo is barking! He's hungry for KC blood!
CFO, do it! They get the fight! They're gonna get the dragon! That was massive! It's huge! Junja on the Skarner Flowers. Insane!
He is doing what needs to be done. Now, the Herald did go the way of KC. That is the silver lining here for them. That is the one thing saving that engagement from being an unmitigated disaster. But now, Kobe, allow me to direct thine eyes down to the scoreboard from the third-person perspective.
Yeah,
it was beautifully done. Junja showing up down here in the bot lane now. Kana's kind of a hard target to dive. Still moving forward towards him here. Ooh, swing and a miss on the Impale. Let's see if Doggo can get it done instead. Yeah, okay, I can't even finish the sentence. That's Zeri now with 2 fully completed items. Very, very intimidating stuff as KC gonna use their Herald up here on the top side, force down that tier 1 turret. It's KC now with 3 turrets to 2. Doggo's about to equalize that, but KC's sticking around. They're gonna at least get a second charge out of this one as Driver is the one here to defend. Herald taken out as the Gangplank ulti is summoned up. The Cannon Barrage rains down. It's only gonna force KC back. There's no kill potential here. Kana's Jax in game number 5. Vladdy and Kana doing a good job breaking those barrels, and now Driver's got to get away. Counter-strike is going to land. Driver immediately cleansing the stun on that one. Lands another barrel. Tries to put a little bit more damage back onto the Jax, but now he's overplayed it a little bit as Honkyu trying to stop the recall there of Vladdy. Honkyu might have him, but it might go wrong the other way. Honkyu about to die, but he stays alive thanks to the Yumi. Now Junja and Doggo. It's another double for the Zeri, but the trade is the Otacon on the other side of the map.
It's a flower Otacon too. The perma-stats here for KC. The bonus experience. Needle here. They're going to farm the flowers, but they lost 2 on the top side from the CFO baits. The Skarner ultimate into short range like the Neela.
But look at Kana. He's behind. He's wrapping around. This might be a pincer attack. If CFO's not ready for this, and Kana jumps over the wall, immediately insta-stuns Doggo. Honkyu's gonna be there first though. Honkyu's gonna die here at the very start. They pop the enemy mid laner. KC might just have themselves the fight they're looking for. They're sticking around trying to fight for the Drake instead. Lightning crashes. The Cloud Drake is slain. Doggo's moving forward. He goes in after Targamas, but now he's gonna be bursted down. He nearly dies. Massive kill coming in as Junja tries to do something in the back end, but KC have just found an absolutely huge turnaround. Beautifully done to catch Honkyu. Kana standing and delivering when he absolutely had to. And CFO are ace.
It's a clean ace at that! No KC member drops! They immediately get to pushing down mid lane! Kana's gonna destroy this secondary tower! Huge! KC just cashed in!
Game one way or the other.
It's gonna be a 4v5 at Baron. Kalista staying on that dragon.
Yeah, Kalista's still all the way down there. The Baron's not dropping especially fast though. Kalista has the dragon down now. Honestly, CFO's gambit doesn't pay off. KC feeling good about this one. Driver ends up getting rooted up. Eats the orange, but still loses half HP. Baron is still angry. Driver with the flash up the wall. Kana might find himself another kill, but he might find himself in a bad spot too. CFO forced back with their top laner gravely injured as KC begin the Baron. Now Driver can go back. He can teleport to rejoin the fight and make sure that he can contribute. The Baron again, not dropping super fast, but CFO have to be ready. Doggo's got the Yumi attached to him, and he's gonna step forward now with Kai Wing ready to rock. Junja swoops in through the side, and Kana's ready for the flank yet again. Nobody on CFO is watching for him just yet. It's a massive grab! They've managed to find Kalist! He's already down, and now they're taking the rest of the fight. Vladdy's trying to get away. Doggo dies, but he takes Vladdy with him. Kana's in the middle of everybody. He might just be the hero they need. Driver is so low. Junja is so low. A double kill over to Kana. The hero of France is the Jax today. KC's top laner refuses to lose.
That's the ace, and that's gonna be the Baron for KC. They've done it again. What a fight! They got the engage onto Kalist, but at the last moment, he smashes his keyboard, he gets off his ulti, he hits his spells, and KC jump on it, they fight on it.
1,000 gold. They do not have a dragon soul they can claim. They do not have anything to do but dig in and defend as KC close in on the bottom lane tier 3 turret.
CFO trying to clear the waves, the Baron-empowered waves. Jax is at the tower. Junja.
Kana might be in a bad spot here. Junja, nice use of the impale there. Catches the Jax, but he's just so damn tanky they can't kill him. Kana gets away. Not just yet, though. The shockwave lands from Honkyu to finalize the kill.
Another one.
The tier 3 turret down in the bottom lane at the same time. Below, they're going after Kalist. They see the carry. Over the wall goes Junja. He wants Kalist right now. They know if they kill this guy, it could be seriously huge. Kalist with the Apotheosis trying to stay alive, but the patience on the Impale is enough. Doggo takes him down. KC has lost their AD carry, but again, they have stopped the Dragon Soul. 3-3 on the Drakes.
They should push bot. They should push bot. You should at least need to make them pay for this with a tower. KC, even though they lose Kalist, like you say, they get another Dragon. They stop another Soul. CFO, though, they have to make them pay more. It's just one kill and a secondary tower here. That's some gold.
But the tier 3 turret also died in mid to the minions. Hey, Doggo's looking for the chance to go in on Vladdy. He skates over the wall. but Vladdy with a bout can get away in time. Now in the meantime, it's Kana going after Hongju again. Just like last time in the bot side river, this might be what makes the difference here in the game. Junjo on the front line, slams Yike back into the wall. Hongju's in danger, goes into stasis to stay alive, but Junjo's gonna be killed up first. Kalista into the back line, Dog is about to die. That's it, that's gonna be the game. KC just ace for one. That will do it. They started off so strong. Their opponents took them the distance, but it does not matter. This is their first international tournament. It will be their first international finals appearance. They will bring Europe to an international final for the first time in 5 years. KC, take the win!
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.